My name is Mike Belt, and I'm a reporter with the Lawrence Journal World. I'm talking to Laura West, who is acting as her own legal representative in Douglas County District Court. She is charged with some traffic violations. Can you talk a little bit about the book you're holding here?
Yeah, this is called Title IV Flag Says Your Schwag, Your Simple Guide to Sovereignty. And what Title IV Flag means is there's our country, America, has only one flag, and it's specific dimensions and proportions of colors and size of shapes. And so we know that this is our American flag and of our country, which has a Constitution and Bill of Rights that protects us. But the United States, which is a corporation and is not the same thing as the 50 states in America, they have taken this flag and kind of made their own version of it, longer, and you've seen different shapes and sizes of them, and some of them have a gold fringe around them, and that's not actually the American flag. Most of the flags you'll see flying are not Title IV flags. And so we're teaching people the difference between that and how to declare sovereignty, which means that you're born in America. If you're born in America in one of the 50 states, then you're considered a Native American. And so we are teaching people how to know to claim that, because a lot of people know their rights, but they don't know how to claim that these rights even apply to them.
And you don't call the van a car or a van. You call it something else. Why is that? And what do you call it?
Well, I call it a vessel or my dwelling house, because it's a house that I live in. And the commercial agents, police and government agents, like to call it a vehicle or a motor vehicle, so that they can, most people don't know the difference, but see, to drive a motor vehicle is a commercial venture, and so they want us to say, yes, I'm driving a motor vehicle, so that we will be required to have a license, because that's doing commerce, and you have to have a license to do commerce. And so I'd be sure not to call it a vehicle, because it's not. I'm not doing commerce.
Congress has recently passed a law called the Real ID Act. To obtain a Real ID, every person must submit to a mandatory facial scan. Other biometric identifiers such as fingerprints, retina scans, and DNA are also being considered. That information, along with a radio frequency identification device, will be stored and transmitted from a computer chip embedded in the Real ID. Americans will not be able to do things necessary in the ordinary course of life and business without using their Real ID, just as it is now with regard to using a Social Security number. The Social Security Administration says the Social Security Act does not require a person to have an SSN to live and work in the United States, nor does it require an SSN simply for the purpose of having one. Nevertheless, Section 666 of the Welfare Code obligates states accepting welfare funds to require everyone to give an SSN for any professional, occupational, recreational, driver's, or marriage license. As you are now asked to give an SSN to do just about anything, soon you will be required to give biometric marks on your right hand and forehead to verify your identity against the information on your Real ID. You'll be asked to render those marks to get a job, a license, cash a check, get on a plane, and possibly even get a background check for a Christian ministry. Currently, the SSN is used for administrative convenience. Though it is only a convenience, government agencies and courts are refusing to give accommodation to people who have a religious objection to using a universal identification number like that described in the book of Revelation. If religious freedom cannot stand up to the convenient SSN, how can religious objections to rendering the marks on your right hand and forehead stand against that of the Real ID that is touted for national security? Constitutional litigator Herb Titus and I are diligently working in federal and state courts to win decisions that will protect the religious liberty of those who cannot identify with the administratively convenient SSN. If we can secure liberty in that law, there is hope that liberty will remain for those who, because of their religious obligations, cannot render the marks on their right hand or forehead. We must secure the liberty to obey God without government reprisal. Otherwise, no liberty is secure. Herb and I will speak this Friday night to the Save a Patriot Fellowship. You can attend at 12 Carroll Street, Westminster, Maryland at 7:30 p.m. or you can listen live to streaming audio at saveapatriot.org. That's save-a-patriot.org and select the Listen Live link. Please join us Friday night. Consider joining us through your help and support. We know that it is not for us alone that we fight, but for our children and their children. For more information, contact me, David Allen Carmichael, at 757-850-1245 or by email at acls@christianliberty.org. Thank you.